told her because, you know, she thought it was right to tell her. And as she grew up, Helena started getting older, but Helena could never die because Helena did something bad when she was on Earth, but it kind of benefited her in the story, but she could never die. So no matter how old or anything, Helena would always be there for Leia. And eventually, Leia kind of got annoyed for that because, yeah, it was her mom, but she wanted to know her actual mom. But she loved Helena just like her mom, but, you know, they got into fights a lot, and she didn't really like Helena anymore, so she went on her own, and she met Rockwell. Now, this is like a big skip because there's nothing really happens for like a couple of years. So Leia's now 32, and she is now with Rockwell. But she's not with him, like, relationship-wise, she's just like, that's like her new guardian, or like, that's like her new person, like, you know, like, she just stays with them. And he does something evil. He kills her. Instead of her, like, the whole time that she was with Rockwell, she didn't know that he was doing experiments on her while she was asleep. He was running his evil experiments on her while she was asleep. And it eventually caught up to her and killed her in her sleep. Now that destroyed Helena to the point where she wanted to kill Rockwell because she knew the whole time that it was happening, but she knew something was going on, but she didn't know that it was that bad.
Yeah.
So she died, and Helena gets really mad. And Helena does something that, honestly, she regrets, but she doesn't really regret it in the story, but you can tell that she kind of regrets it. She decides to go to one of the big statues on the Arks, and she decides to start trying to destroy it because she doesn't want to be there. She wants to go back to Earth, and it destroys part of the Ark, which then malfunctions and creates our next map, which is Aberration. Basically, Aberration is, you see the big shield above us? You see the sky?
Which one?
Above us, the very top. You see like the stars and the clouds and the blue?
Are you, like, talking about the sky?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a shield. That's not a sky. That's just projected to make it look like a sky. In Aberration, that's gone. All you see is deep space. That's all you see because there is no shield to project the sky with clouds. All you see is space. And on top is radiation. The sun's radiation is destroying the Earth, and, you know, there's nothing you can do about it because there's no shield to defend it. So, that Ark is destroyed, and everyone has to live underground because during the day it turns into fire. Fire takes over the top of the Ark, and if you go there, you'll burn and incinerate. So everyone has to live underground. But since it's an Ark, the underground is not like the underground here. The underground is filled with deep, treacherous caves, and it goes down to a molten element. Now, element will become very important later in the story because it's what turns Rockwell into a boss. Now, basically, element is like our most advanced thing that we have on Earth today. Like, whatever the most advanced thing is today is what element is on this game. And Rockwell's seeked power. Like, he was that type of guy. Like, he wanted to be the most powerful person. He wanted to be the person that knew it all. If anyone knew it before him, he would get so mad, and he would get mad. He wouldn't get mad at himself. He'd get mad at the person for knowing it. Like, he felt that he should have known it first. He should have been the one to tell everyone. he wanted to be the most powerful and know the most. So, whenever he heard about Element, he knew that if he got a hold of it and got powerful enough with it, that he would become the most powerful, because he would have the most powerful thing known to people. I was
Mhm.
gonna say, but they're not really people. But basically, in the bottom of Aberration, there's these pools of molten element. Also, you used to be able to go into these. Sorry, that's off topic, but you used to be able to go into these right here.
Into what? These?
Yeah, but they changed it.
How am I injured? I didn't do anything.
No, these doors.
I know, I'm injured. Wait, how come you can't?
They changed it. They won't let right.
Why?
Okay, then on
Mhm.
press options. Type in admin sheet in your admin command. Oh,
Ha What? I don't. Okay. Fuck.
oh, it just fucked me.
My game froze. My bad.
No, it's not. I'm currently looking at a blank screen.
What happened?
Oh, I'm here. Wait, okay. We don't have the tame anymore.
What?
Oh, yeah, we did. He's here. I got my girlfriend.
What did I do? Can you take me to the owl?
Yeah, get on my back.
Anyways, continue talking.
Where was I?
Actually, just fly around or something. I don't really care.
Where was I?
You used to be able to go in the doors.
No,
I wasn't part of it.
I was on Aberration.
Oh, he wanted the element for himself.
Oh, so in the bottom of Aberration, there's Molten Element, which Molten Element is basically element that has been, well, let's see, melted. It's melted element, and it's basically just a liquid pool of element. And he knew that if he could get all of that molten element, that he would become the most powerful person ever. And actually, if you look, well, it's hard to see it in the daytime. I'll have to show you at night. But if you look kind of right in front of us, can you kind of see that, whatever, those like big chunks of like rock?
Yes.
That's our moon. That's what we did.
That's what we did to the moon?
That's not important. I just thought that would be a little fun. That's what we did to the moon. But anyways,
Stomp on
whenever he got too much of the element, that he thought, because he thought he was a scientist,
Yes.
he thought that he would know that the element would not do anything to him. But after he had gotten so much element, and he proceeded to think that if he ingested the element, that it would make him more powerful. Into which it did, but it also morphed his body. It morphed him into have long tentacles. And
So Squidward.
You could say that, yes. But it also made him have... he was the size of this obelisk. That's how big he is now. And he would have tentacles the size of this map. And he was just absolutely humongous. And he became one of the bosses in the bottom because he couldn't move. I mean, he became part of the map. He couldn't leave, you know? Like, he was so big, and he morphed into the map, and he became part of Aberration. And whenever you defeat him, because that's the thing that
Did you?
becomes... Yeah, I've defeated him. Once you defeat him, you go to what we are now. You don't... The ARK doesn't transform. You don't... What happens is you finally go from an ARK and you are put on a spaceship and you go to Earth, which is what extinction is. Now, if you know what extinction means the wipe, like,
The wipeout?
dinosaurs went extinct.
Yeah.
That's, and it's called extinction. It's
Yeah.
called extinction because the only things that live on here are extinct dinosaurs. Dinosaurs live on here because back when before we destroyed Earth with all of our scientific things, that we brought back dinosaurs. That's why we have dinosaurs on Mars. Because dinosaurs are the most primitive animal that we can bring that breathe oxygen. So we brought back dinosaurs, and I'm trying to figure out how it works. Well, basically, we brought back dinosaurs, and that's why we have dinosaurs here. Because that's how we destroyed the Earth. We did so many scientific experiments that we kind of took global warming into the most extreme, and it kind of wiped us out and wiped all the living creatures out. But we still had DNA left from the dinosaurs that we haven't fully made into dinosaurs. So basically, the ARKs are not made by us. I don't know if I mentioned that. We didn't make the ARKs. Aliens did. Extraterrestrial life did. We found extraterrestrial life when we communicated with them. We told them that our world was going to end because we ruined it. And they said, well, we can't just take you in. We're not going to. We don't want you, which is kind of rude, but they said we don't want you. And what they did say was we could take all the DNA that you have on your planet, and we could take your humans, but not for us, but to put them on a spaceship and put them on an ARK. And of course we agreed because we didn't want to survive as a race. We wanted to keep living. So we said yes. And we did not expect what they meant. They took us, they put us into sleeping pods, and put us into cryopreservation. Cryopreservation is where you don't grow. You still live the amount of years, so people on now are Helena at the very end, will be 2,465 years old. And that is because cryopreservation does not kill your cells. You don't die, but you're still living. So it's like a forever sleep until you get woken up. You could sleep for 2.56 million years, you could sleep for 2 days. It's like, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I need to limit this down. Once we get to extinction, we don't have Rockwell, but we have Helena, we have Rodriguez, and we have Min Young. And then we also have the one who waits, and then we have a new character, which I can't remember what his name is, or if it's a her. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Diana. We have a new character called Diana, which she was a survivor on Earth. She was the only survivor on Earth, so she's been living on Earth without us. She's been left alone with her and her dinosaurs. She has came up with her own language. She knows English. That's her second language, but her main language is the name of the game, ARK. Her language is ARK. Now, ARK means something different in actual real life, but to her it means the meaning of her language. Our language is English. Her language is ARK. I'm not going to attempt to speak her language because if you feel all the way it's written, no.
No. I could just imagine on the page it's written ARK, 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 ARK. Ark, ark,
Ark,
ark,
ark,
ark, ark.
ark, 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 ark.
Imagine if that's how he spoke English. Just English, English, English. English, English. Said it like
English,
certain ways.
English, 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 English.
No, no.
But she lived here with her dinosaurs, so she was kind of antisocial. She didn't talk to anyone. She kind of grew close to Helena during the end of Extinction, but that was the only person she really got close to. But Helena was that type of person that everyone grew close to. Everyone loved Helena. Helena was like, Helena got along with everyone. So she never really got into fights, but what started an Extinction was everyone started to fight. We were on Earth. We were starting a new population, we were defeating the element, we were restoring Earth. So, with doing all that comes greed. Now, people got greedy, and people wanted to be the true bloodline, which, basically the true, people who believe in the true bloodline only want the people who are in their bloodline. So, brothers and sisters would mate, brothers and cousins would mate, brothers and aunties and uncles would mate. Only people in the family would mate. No other people would mate. And that's how you would make a bloodline. Like, that would be the richest bloodline. But not everyone believes in that, for a very good reason. Having... What is it called?
What is...
Incest. Incest can lead to different types of deformities or diseases. The least being heart problems, brain diseases, stuff like that. But the worst being Tourette's or autism or weird deformities in the brain, face, legs, arms, body parts, anything.
Wouldn't heart problems be worse than Tourette's? Like, I personally don't know, I'm just asking.
No, it's, the heart problems come in many different ways. I mean, like, there's heart problems like Dimitri's, which I don't know what Dimitri's heart problems are, but there is heart problems like Dimitri's.
I can tell you.
What are they?
When I was born, the two tubes in my heart, the one that controls the air and the blood, they were swapped, so they had to go and swap them out.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know what his are. Okay, there's Dimitri's, there's ones like him, but there's also ones that are not the blood pumping, there's also ones like deformities, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You don't really have heart problems with incest. You have deformities in the heart. So
I promise my heart problem is not from incest.
So the heart problems are like maybe like this chunk, the top left ventricle of the heart is a little smaller than it should be. Or there's a big chunk out of the bottom of the heart.
Okay, we'll keep going with the story.
Also, this is probably the most in-depth game story I've ever heard anyone talk about.
And Nathan is very passionate about this. I love it.
Oh, I love ARK. I love ARK's story.
I'm actually kind of like broadcasting it as you talk.
To who?
To YouTube. It's interesting. No, nobody's ever gonna watch it, but like I know in the future I'm gonna want to watch it.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, I'm at where Santiago wants to make the royal bloodline about incest. Okay. After that, they all come together and they say, Santiago, he is absolutely stupid and we will not be doing that. So, they kill him. They hang him and do like the old people used the old...
So they don't agree with him, so they kill him.
They kill him for a reason. They don't just get up and machete him and just, kill him. They tell him that it is not going to happen, that it is a majority vote, and that it's just not going to happen. And he decides to try to kill Helena.
Oh, that's why they killed him.
That's why they killed him, because it's Helena. Helena is the person who we follow in the whole story. That's the person who we meet on the island and doesn't die ever. She never dies in the story. Not even in Genesis Part 2. She never dies. Which Genesis Part 2 is not even out, but I still know the story behind it because I did a lot of deep searching. She doesn't die. And she's the ruler, basically, but she's not a ruler. She doesn't control people. She doesn't like to control people, but everyone looks up to her. Everyone kind of follows her. So, him trying to do that kind of cost him his life. And Santiago...
Well, yeah, I mean, he did try to take her life.
Yeah. So basically, Diana kind of came behind him and... They were very descriptive about this, and I don't know if I should be, but basically she took a machete and shoved it in his ear. And cut it open and split his skull in half.
Oh.
And that basically instantly killed him. But
why did it kill him? Oh, you know what? Never mind. Don't answer that. I know why it killed him.
What?
I think if somebody stuck a machete in my ear, I might be dead. But I might be wrong.
Split his skull in half. Yeah.
I might be like immortal or something. You know. You never know.
No, Santiago was the disappointment of his family, so he never got it. Which is kind of sad, but...
Not really.
But eventually, Diana told us that her mom taught her that. It ran in her family, that was the way that her people killed other people. Like, if they were sacrificed. So if it's machete in their ear, or whatever utensil they had, that's what they call it, skull. So, after that... Oh, I was going to get you to do something so you don't die. Press options, go into admin commands, and type in admin sheet space G and summon.
I forgot how to do admins.
Oh, R1, L1, square and triangle, all together.
Okay, what is it?
Admin, no space, cheat.
Oh, I got a headache. Okay.
Space.
Wait, what?
G, space. GCM.
Capital?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then press R2. And then go over to admin command.
Okay, what did it do?
It gave you... you should have like a wrench and a hammer.
Oh, okay. Okay. So go on.
So you don't die. He was a disappointment. Oh, he was a disappointment in his family. But after we get through that, we get through the defeation. How would you say that? Basically, they got past the extinction and they healed Earth, but we find out that this isn't Earth. We thought it was Earth, but it's not. Also, here's your snow if you want to ride on it.
What?
Here's your snow right here, if you want to ride on it.
Okay, keep going.
We defeat extinction and we find out that it's not Earth. Aliens that gave us the ARKs tested us, and they wanted to see if we would actually be passionate enough to restore our planet. So, we found out that this is one of their planets that they had destroyed before us. And they were just letting us do their dirty work, because they didn't feel like repairing it. So we repaired their planet, and they put us in a simulation, which is what is Genesis. Now, Genesis Part 1, we have Helena. Now, we only have Helena. And I know that sounds weird because you would think that there would be other people because that makes no sense. But there's only Helena because Helena's the only one who survives Genesis. Basically, Genesis is a simulation. We are in a spacecraft up in space, and we are in a simulation, and we have to defeat the simulation, which defeating the simulation means we have to do all the missions on all the levels and defeat the final boss. Once we do all of that, we wake up in the spaceship. We have Helena with us, but Helena is a little robotic companion. It's not Helena like we remember. How do I explain this?
Is that another expansion pack or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that the one where, what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but it has that little robot with you, and it tells
Yeah, that's
you.
Genesis.
Yeah. Is
that little robot is Helena.
Really?
Yeah, that's her. She, at the end of the extinction, says that I cannot come with you. I simply can't come with you because my immortality has ran out. So I have to go back into cryosleep. She doesn't make it to cryosleep, which is very sad because Helena was my favorite. But she doesn't make it into cryosleep because she sadly suffers from depression and slit her wrists because she couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she couldn't handle the pain of knowing that the journey was still so far along to get to Earth again, and then when she got to Earth, she didn't want to experience the reminiscence of her parents.
These stories.
She never really got to meet her parents, so when she got back to Earth, she didn't want to meet her parents in memories. So she killed herself. But she gave us a little robotic companion that follows us through Genesis.
Well, that's very nice of her, you know, not to come with us and then give us a little robot for remembrance of her death. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, but she will be with us forever throughout the story because she helps us get to Earth. Real Earth.
Do we make it?
Depends on depends on the person. I mean, some people make it, some people don't.
Did you?
No, Genesis Part 2 hasn't come out yet.
I've never played any of these. I've only played the island, but I didn't actually play it. Like, I didn't get too far into it. I mean, if you want to, we could play through it all again.
Yeah, if you want to.
Together, I mean...
Do you have all the expansion packs though?
No, I'd have to buy a couple.
Oh.
As in all of them. Does that hurt if I go into it? Oh, it does. Oh, don't go into it then. Don't do that. Don't go into it. Don't listen to me if it hurts you. That's really stupid of you. Get out. Fly away. Why are you... Okay, well that's your fault, not mine. That really sucks. You know, you could just fly away, right? Yeah. That would have been a greater idea where your health was like really low, but I guess maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you just wanted it to die. Because it was letting itself burn in the water?
But basically when you defeat Genesis, you meet Rockwell again. Rockwell didn't die. You have to, you get sucked in, and then that's where Genesis Part 2 ends, and the Genesis Part 2 hasn't come out. So we have to wait to see what happens in Genesis Part 2.
Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm more excited for the rest of the story lore.
Have you played the one with the little robot?
You know, not really, no. I haven't played much of it. But what I have played, it's really fun. I really like Genesis.
Then how come you didn't play it much?
Because, I don't... Extinction and Genesis are my favorite ones, but Genesis, I never really play because it doesn't have flyers.
It doesn't have what?
Flyers.
Flyers.
What we're writing. We're writing flyers.
Why did I imagine a piece of paper? It's like, why does it matter if it doesn't have pieces of paper? Is that a T-Rex? Oh my god, don't kill it. It's cute. Oh.
It's now even cuter.
Yeah.
You can land on it. Oh.
Or go inside it. But that's a good storyline. You should play the Genesis one, even though it doesn't have flyers, which kind of sucks. But
they do give us. This is what they give us. Here, I'll spawn with them. As you can see, I'm not a very good storyteller.
yeah, you are. That was pretty good to listen to.
I hate the way I tell stories.
I liked it.
Cause I stutter and I stop talking.
No, that's okay. That's what I do too. I stop reading in the middle of the sentence. Or not read. Yeah, reading. Because I'm gonna read a little storytelling.
This is what they give us in the equivalent of a flyer.
What? What?
It's a bog spider. Well, actually, it's a bloodsucker. But you want to see what it does?
What? That's kind of cool.
It uses its spitty things to glide around.
That is really fucking weird, though. You should
but you
play.
Want to see something? You want to see something that they would give us that's so cute? It's
what?
really cute. You see this?
Yes, yeah, I want to see. Ow. Babe, are you still there?
Yeah.
You aren't talking or anything. They give you certificate.
Oh wait, no, it's not called that. It's called.
Forgets what it's called. Ow, my leg hurts. Imagine that it was like real life, like we were in a simulation. What if we are in a simulation? We just don't know it.
Don't get me started on that.
I know, we had a whole conversation about it before.
I will talk for hours.
Oh, I know, me too. And I don't think I can do that one tonight.
Yeah, it's not the name of the thing. Some of the spawn commands are different. It's not called what it's called. It's called a Fearox, but it's called what it does.
Oh.